All right, let's talk about a song you definitely know, Bob Dylan's Lay Lady Lay. It's one of those tunes that feels so familiar, almost like part of the furniture of music history. We all think we've got it figured out, right? Well, today we're going to peel back the curtain a little bit and see what's really happening inside this absolute classic.
I mean, come on. You hear that line, and you're instantly there. It's got to be one of the most famous invitations in the history of music. And for, 50 years now? It's been pretty much universally seen as this beautiful, straightforward love song. Just a perfect, tender moment caught on tape.
But what if that's not the whole picture? And that's really what we're digging into here. Is this song just that simple, sweet, romantic classic? Or is it something way more complicated? A kind of masterclass in persuasion, maybe even a little bit of pressure, all wrapped up in this vulnerable package.
So let's kick things off with this question. Invitation or insistence? I mean, is this a genuine invitation to share a moment? Or is it more like he's insisting it happens, like right now and on his terms?
Okay, so here's a really interesting thing about this song. It doesn't tell a story in the normal sense, with a beginning, middle, and end. It's actually trying to do something else entirely. It's trying to create this bubble, this little pocket of what you could call suspended time. It's like he's trying to hit pause on the rest of the world just to build this charged, protected space for this one moment.
So how does he build that bubble? Well, it's not with some grand story. The real engine of the song is just repetition. Think about it. Lay, lady, lay. Stay, lady, stay. These aren't just lazy, catchy lines to fill space. Nope, they're the whole point. Every time he says it, he's turning up the dial, building this pressure. It's incredibly persistent.
And that's really where we get to the heart of the tension in this song. Because that repetition can be heard in two totally different ways, right? On one side, sure, it's a warm, loving invitation into this safe space. But on the other, it starts to sound like an insistent, urgent demand. The voice is soft, but the message is clear. I need this comfort, and I need it now.
All right, moving on to our second point, the sound of soft authority. This is so key, because the lyrics are one thing, but how Dylan actually sings them, that changes the entire game. You have to remember the context here. This is 1969. This is not the same Dylan who was sneering through Like a Rolling Stone just a few years earlier. No way. On the Nashville Skyline album, he comes out with his completely different voice. It's smooth, it's warm, he's practically a country crooner. And that shift is absolutely everything. This new, gentle delivery completely reframes how we hear those words.
And this brings us to this idea of soft authority. He's not yelling, he's not forcing the issue, he's using his calm, his control to be persuasive. And that's what's so brilliant about it. His vocal performance makes that insistence we were talking about sound like pure, relaxed ease. The softness itself becomes a powerful tool of persuasion.
Okay, but it gets even more complex, because under that smooth, persuasive performance, there might be something else going on entirely. This is where seduction meets vulnerability. So why is he so urgent? We could just say it's confidence, right? But what if it's actually anxiety? What if this whole song isn't about getting something started, but about a desperate fear of something ending? Maybe the urgency comes from a place of real fear, the fear that this perfect, fragile moment is about to just disappear.
And here's the kicker. It's not one or the other. Both of these readings are happening at the exact same time. He is absolutely the confident persuader, using all his charm to control and shape this moment. But he's also this totally exposed lover, full of risk and fragility. The real magic of the song is in that mix. You could even say his persuasion is so strong because he's so terrified of the moment ending.
Okay, up to now, we've only been talking about one person, the singer. But wait a minute, there's someone else in the room, isn't there? The one we never hear a single word from. Let's talk about the silent partner.
What's happening here is something you could call asymmetrical desire. Basically, it's a one-way conversation. The whole scene, the whole vibe is completely controlled by his perspective, his needs. He's defining the moment, he's defining the desire. And her feelings? Well, we can guess, or maybe they're just not even part of his equation.
So what are we supposed to make of her silence? I mean, what does it mean? Is she totally on board, just comfortably accepting? Is her silence part of the drama, or is it something darker, like a complete lack of her own say in this moment he's built? The song gives us zero clues, and honestly, that not knowing is a huge reason the song is still so fascinating.
So that brings us to the big finish. After all this, with all these tangled layers and tensions, why this song endures? Why are we still obsessed with it more than half a century later? Well, it really boils down to this amazing three-part combo. First, it's just so easy to enjoy on the surface, right? The melody, the mood, it's beautiful. But second, it's incredibly hard to get tired of. The deeper you listen, the more you find in all those tensions we talked about. And finally, because it's so open-ended, it kind of becomes a mirror. It means something different to pretty much everyone who hears it.
Which leaves us with one last big idea to chew on. Lay, Lady, Lay isn't just a song about something. It's a song that is actively doing something. It's a performance. It's trying to shape a moment, persuade someone, literally stop time. And it makes you wonder, right? What happens when we listen to any song, not just for what it says, but for what it's trying to do?